Imagine if just a few sentences could change your perspective, your mindset, and even the direction of your life. In today's world, filled with distractions, stress, and uncertainty, there exists an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live with wisdom and resilience. Stoicism, a school of thought dating back thousands of years, remains just as relevant today as it was in the past. In this video, we will explore 10 powerful Stoic quotes that have the potential to transform your life. These aren't just words. They are a way of thinking, a method to navigate life's challenges, and a guide to becoming a stronger, wiser individual. If you're ready to shift your perspective and embrace a new way of living, watch this video till the end. Stoicism is an ancient Greek philosophy that emphasizes peace of mind, self-discipline, and emotional resilience. It is a philosophy for those who seek to remain composed, strong, and mentally tough in all circumstances. When the world feels uncertain, when people disappoint us, and when things do not go as planned, Stoicism teaches us how to control our thoughts and reactions. In today's fast-paced world, full of negativity and distractions, we need an approach that helps us develop internal strength. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. Its goal is not to suppress emotions, but to understand and manage them effectively. Today, we will discuss 10 Stoic quotes that will not only help you see life differently, but will also guide you toward a more peaceful and meaningful existence. We all face moments of confusion, frustration, and disappointment in life. Sometimes people hurt us. Sometimes events do not meet our expectations, and sometimes we feel trapped by our own emotions. This happens because we have not learned how to control our thoughts and reactions. As long as we live a life dictated by external circumstances, we will never achieve inner peace. Stoicism teaches us where to direct our focus, how to accept situations, and how to live a life of true purpose. If you want to learn a philosophy that keeps you stable and composed in all aspects of life, watch this video till the end. These quotes will help you reshape your mindset and approach to life. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. This quote comes from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, a personal journal where he reflected on Stoic principles. As a Roman emperor facing wars, betrayals, and political challenges, he realized that external circumstances do not determine happiness, our thoughts do. Your happiness is not controlled by wealth, relationships, or success, but by the way you perceive life. Negative thinking leads to suffering, while positive, rational thoughts create peace. Imagine two people facing the same challenge. One sees it as an opportunity to grow, while the other sees it as an unfair burden. Their thoughts shape their experience. Start a daily gratitude journal. Write down 3 positive thoughts each morning to train your mind to focus on the good. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca, a Roman philosopher and advisor to Emperor Nero, observed that most human suffering comes from fears and anxieties rather than actual events. We often exaggerate future problems in our minds, leading to unnecessary stress. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present and deal with problems as they arise, rather than worrying about what might happen. Think about public speaking. Many people dread it for weeks, but when they finally step on stage, it often turns out far better than they imagined. Next time you feel anxious about a situation, Ask yourself, is this problem real, or am I just imagining the worst? It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus, once a slave, later became one of the greatest Stoic philosophers. His teachings emphasize that external events are beyond our control, but our reactions are within our power. Life will throw difficulties your way, but your reaction determines your emotional state. Instead of being upset over uncontrollable events, choose a rational and composed response. A person loses their job. One person sees it as the end of their career, while another views it as an opportunity to start a new path. Each time you face a challenge, pause and ask, how can I respond to this in a way that benefits me? If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Epictetus. In ancient Greece, philosophers often challenged societal norms, facing criticism. Epictetus encouraged people to embrace learning, even if it made them look inexperienced. Personal growth requires stepping outside your comfort zone. Fear of looking foolish prevents us from learning and evolving. Learning a new language or skill may feel embarrassing at first, but persistence leads to mastery. Try something new this week without worrying about how you appear to others. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man. Seneca believed that the fear of death prevents people from taking meaningful action. Accepting mortality allows us to live fully. Instead of fearing death, use it as motivation to make the most of your time. Many successful individuals take risks despite uncertainty, knowing that life is short. Reflect on what you would do if you had only 1 year left to live, then start doing it now. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and a devoted Stoic, wrote meditations as personal reflections. This quote reflects his belief in action over debate. Instead of endlessly discussing morality and ethics, he encouraged people to embody virtue through their actions. Many people waste time in debates about right and wrong without actually practicing goodness. Stoicism teaches that true wisdom lies in living according to virtue rather than just discussing it. Social media is full of people arguing about morality, justice, and righteousness. But how many of them actually embody the values they preach? A person who quietly helps others and lives an ethical life is far more impactful than someone who only talks about doing so. Identify one virtue you admire, whether it's honesty, patience, or kindness, and practice it deliberately in your daily life. Instead of discussing its merits, embody it through action. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. An emperor, Marcus Aurelius faced constant political intrigue, war, and personal loss. Instead of allowing external chaos to dictate his inner peace, he focused on mastering his own mind. Most people spend their lives trying to control things outside their power, other people's opinions, circumstances, or outcomes. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from controlling one's own thoughts and reactions instead. Imagine two people stuck in traffic. One gets frustrated, honks angrily, and ruins their mood. The other accepts the situation, listens to music, or uses the time to reflect. The difference? One fights the uncontrollable, while the other controls their response. The next time something doesn't go your way, instead of reacting emotionally, pause and remind yourself, I control my mind, not external events. Train yourself to redirect frustration into acceptance. If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Seneca was a Stoic philosopher and advisor to Emperor Nero. This quote emphasizes the importance of direction and purpose in life. Without clear goals, no opportunity will truly benefit you. Many people drift through life without clear intentions, hoping external circumstances will somehow lead them to success. But without a defined goal, even the best opportunities will seem meaningless. Two students graduate from college. One has a clear vision of becoming a writer and works towards it every day. The other waits for the right opportunity without any direction. Years later, the first one succeeds, while the second remains lost. Define your long-term goal. Write it down. Then, break it into smaller, actionable steps. Without direction, progress is impossible. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Marcus Aurelius is an emperor. Marcus Aurelius dealt with betrayal, opposition, and hostility. Instead of seeking revenge, he believed the best response was to remain virtuous and not let the actions of others dictate his own character. When someone wrongs us, the natural instinct is to retaliate. But by doing so, we often become like the very people we despise. True strength lies in rising above the negativity of others. A person gets insulted online. Instead of engaging in a heated argument, they choose to ignore or respond with kindness. In doing so, they maintain their dignity while denying their attacker satisfaction. The next time someone wrongs you, ask yourself, will my reaction bring me peace, or will it make me like them? Choose your response wisely. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. Epictetus, who was born a slave, understood the power of working within one's limitations. Despite his circumstances, he became one of the greatest philosophers in history. This quote reflects the Stoic belief in making the most of what you have instead of complaining about what you lack. Many people delay action, waiting for the perfect time or better circumstances. But there is no perfect moment, only the present. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and act accordingly. A person who dreams of starting a business but waits for the right time might never start. Meanwhile, another person with fewer resources begins small, learns along the way, and eventually succeeds. Identify one area of your life where you've been waiting for the perfect conditions. Instead of waiting, take immediate action with the resources you have right now. These 10 Stoic quotes are not just words, they are a new way of seeing life. By internalizing these lessons, we can remove stress, uncertainty, and negativity from our lives. Stoicism not only strengthens us, but also provides us with a framework for living with purpose and meaning. Everyone faces challenges, disappointments, and external setbacks. However, what remains within our control is our mindset and response. Stoicism teaches us that by mastering our thoughts, we can create a better life. This philosophy is not just something to read, it's something to live. If you want a stress-free, purposeful life, don't just listen to these quotes, start applying them today. If you found this video helpful, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can continue receiving life-changing content.